Hey guys, so in this video I want to talk about the importance of having a community off of the social media platform that you post all of your content on. If you are you new to the channel, my name is Jasmine. I have been running communities for 5 years. They have made me a lot of money, and I want to explain to you how you can run your community, whether you decide to do free or paid, so you can decide which community style is best for you. First and foremost, what I need you guys to understand when it comes to being a content creator and building a business, people have to like you, know you, trust you in order to spend money with you. Whether they enter into your free community or your paid community, they have to like you, know you, trust you. They don't like you, they don't know you, they don't trust you, they're not spending no money with you, no matter how much it is, okay? So I'm gonna give you guys the pros and cons of both. So let's start with free. With a free community, you're going to attract a lot more people to come in because there's no initial investment here. So we'll just go ahead and say pro number one is more members. It allows people to figure out if they'll even like the community. There's no investment, so they're not really risking anything. So you'll definitely get more people to join your free community. Another reason why people like to join free communities because they still feel like they get a lot of access to you by leaving off of your social media platform. Maybe you promote on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, right? It's just another way for them to get more exposure to your content. So we'll go ahead and put more exposure. So they still feel like they're able to connect with you on a more personable level than if they just stayed on your TikTok, Twitter, wherever they found you at, okay? Now, when it comes to free, there's lots of ways you can run it. One of the ways I've always used my free as a funnel to still get people to buy stuff later on. Okay, so some ways you could run your free community is literally just free info. So, maybe you're posting motivational content in there. You could be posting like tutorials in there. So motivational, you could be posting tutorials in there. You could be posting updates like things that you're up to. Very vague, but still good information, still a great way for people to get exposure to you, okay? Another thing you could be putting in there is things that they could be buying, okay? So last we'll say funnel for purchases. Think about it, it's a numbers game here. The more people you have in your free community, the more people you have to promote your paid stuff to, okay? So this is really how I've always used my free community as a funnel for more purchases, okay? Now, a paid community, let's go ahead and talk about it. So when you have a paid community, you're going to have to decide how much you want the person to pay each month. What I have noticed is you kind of want it to be affordable, something that even on their brokest month, they can still afford to pay it, okay? So I've always ranged my paid communities between 25 to around 50, somewhere up in there. Now, the higher you make it, the more you have to determine what are you going to be adding to them? What are you going to be incentivizing for them to keep their recurring subscription going? Listen, if we want to pay community, if we want to keep recurring revenue coming in every single month of our business, you have got to figure out why they should want to stay subscribed in the first place. Because if you don't figure that out, they will cancel their subscription, and then you really don't have recurring revenue. Now, the way I always pack my paid community, I've been doing this for 5 years, by the way, is I pack it with so much stuff that they feel like overwhelmed with how much content they're getting in their paid community. So if you're gonna run a paid community, you have to post daily. Like you can't, it's not something that you can just post in once a week and then they don't hear from you. Absolutely not. So it's going to require you to post daily. Actually, hold on. So post daily. I want you to pack it with value. Okay, so I want your paid community to have so much value in it that even on someone's brokest month, they're still going to keep their subscription on because you are consistently adding value to them. That's how we're going to get this to work. Now, how do we promote our paid and free communities? Well, first and foremost, you got to be promoting it on social media. Listen, you guys, there are so many content creators these days, like it's an overwhelm. But it's okay. We don't live in scarcity. We don't live in lack. There's still abundance. But it's going to require you to promote this all day, okay? You cannot just create one post every other week and think that you're going to get people to join your free community or your paid. It doesn't matter. You have to be consistently posting. If you go to any of my platforms, I'm everywhere. If you go to TikTok, Instagram, I got 2 YouTube channels. Facebook, I'm everywhere. I am posting all day long, okay? Telling people that I have a paid community. So you got to make sure you're posting. And if you're on YouTube promoting, you need to be promoting with the shorts and the long form content. You can't just choose either or, okay? So you got to be posting all day. Now, something else I want you guys to understand is when you're running a paid, just because they're paying a subscription does not mean that you can't upsell them with other things. So we're still going to have offers within our paid community, but I don't want your offers I don't want you to have more offers than you have value, free value, or value that comes with the paid community, okay? So when you're running paid, you can't just hit them with offer after offer after offer after offer, because then it's like, well, what's the point of even paying for the subscription if I still got to come up out of pocket? So when we're saying pack it with value, you still need to have stuff that's included in your paid community, where if they don't want to spend any more money other than what their subscription is, they have that option. But you still want to give them value. You still want to give them offers. So it depends on what kind of community you have. What is the goal of your community? What kind of service are you providing? But when you're selling them offers, when you're promoting offers, I want you to think about what added problems do people inside of your community have? And then your offer needs to fix that problem, whatever it is, okay? And same here, when I said for the free community, when I said funnel for purchases, you're still going to have offers in here too, but because this is a free community, you can have more offers because they're not paying anything to be in there in the first place, okay? But when you have a paid community, you still want to have offers, but you still have to make sure you're adding value. And also too, when you are adding value, you guys, you want to break the value up, meaning every month add something new that wasn't there the month before. So that way people don't just consume all of the value that you have, and then after the 30 days, it's like, well, I've already consumed everything. There's nothing left to see, so I'm gonna just go ahead and dip, because now you're not getting a recurring subscription out of them, okay? So you wanna still make sure you're adding value every week, every month, so that way they have a reason to keep the subscription going, okay? So when you're just trying to figure out what kind of offers to sell, figure out what kind of problem are people in your community still having. So for instance, I run a paid Skool community called Glow Up Academy, and I teach people how to build their online businesses, also how to transform who they are, how to switch their mindset up, how to become more confident, consistent, how to change their routines so they can actually be successful online entrepreneurs, okay? So a lot of things that people within my Glow Up Academy experience is confidence, being camera shy, accountability, okay? So because I understand that about my core audience, some of the offers that I create that is for an upsell is how to become more accountable, okay? Holding them to a higher standard. So more check-ins, more hand-holding. I just created an offer, and actually that was really good. I did a TikTok live masterclass. I charged them $149 to join. A lot of my members inside Glow Up Academy come from TikTok live, so I have mastered the live. So what I've done is I've dissected it for them in the master class so they could create a live and make money off of that. And so I upsold that, because a lot of students inside of Glow Up Academy, they want to go live, but again, they don't know what to say. They're nervous, they're camera shy, all those things. So that was an offer that I created. I also do one-on-one Zoom calls in there. Now, when you are doing your offers, you guys, you still got to talk about those every day, even though it's a paid community. So that's actually going to require you to post more than once a day. And don't think you're being annoying. They came into your world, okay? I want to make sure that's very clear. I never want you guys to feel like, oh my gosh, I can't post for too much, because I don't want people to think I'm being annoying. No, they came into your world, okay? They came into your sphere, so there's no such thing as being annoying. So get that out of your head. You're not being annoying, because you're packing it with value. So you're posting daily, you're giving them stuff for their money, but you also have to make sure you're promoting the offer that you're selling in there, and they're not gonna remember. So you have to tell them about your offer regularly, okay? So don't be afraid to do that. Something else too, when it comes to paid communities and free communities. You also want to share testimonials. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a line here too. You want testimonials in both paid and free, all right? Because if you are selling things in the free, well, then you got to give reason to people to want to buy it in the first place. And same with the paid community, you want to also give people a reason to keep their subscription going. So I'm constantly talking about things inside of Glow Up Academy that other members are doing and achieving, like going live, making their first sales, building their platforms. I talk about these things because what you don't want people in your community forget why they joined in the first place. You want to make sure that you're showing that the transformation in your community is real by providing them with testimonials. So that's something else you want to do. Now, also too, something else that I do inside of my paid community is I do weekly live Zoom calls. This is a way for people to still get access to me. It's exclusive because they pay a monthly subscription of $39 a month. It's packing it with value. Now, when I do my live coaching calls, I still pitch an offer in the live coaching call at the end. Okay, so I don't ever want you to feel like you can't talk about an upsell. You should be upselling people, whether you're in the free or you're doing a paid, you need to be upselling. The name of the game is upsell. Upsell, bundle, whatever you want to call it. You have got to try to maximize the LTV of your customer, so the lifetime value of your customer. So for instance, with the paid community, okay, maybe you're charging them $25 a month, but you can get more out of them by creating offers that they would want, and things like that. So you're going to be increasing. Also too, if you want to sell some type of physical product, you can do that inside of your paid community as well. I have done that. You will have to deal with like shipping and going to the post office, whatever, but I have definitely sold physical products inside of my paid communities and my free communities. Again, if that's something that you want to do, you have to talk about it all the time. You have to remind people why they want it in the first place, whatever it is you're selling. And then also too, last but not least, whatever you do choose to upsell, remember this, you guys, people buy the transformation, okay? People don't really care what the product is coming with. So for instance, right here, when you're doing your offers, like I told you guys, I sold a TikTok Live masterclass inside of my paid community. I didn't really sell, okay, it's going to be a 2-hour long masterclass. We're going to talk about this for 5 minutes. Then you're going to get a copy of this. No, that's not how I pitched it. How I pitched it was, you're nervous about going live because you're not too sure what to say. You're new to the live experience, you're feeling overwhelmed, you don't want to get tongue-tied, you want to make sure you sell, but you're not even too sure how to sell. Imagine being able to imagine being able to get on your TikTok Live and you feel confident, you know what to say, you're connecting with your audience and you're generating sales all at the same time. That's why I created the TikTok Live Masterclass. See how I'm selling the transformation? I'm selling what they're struggling with, and then imagine where you're no longer struggling, okay? So you have to make sure you're selling like that when you're talking about your offers, even in your free community, if you're gonna be funneling for purchases. Also too, with free, you can funnel them into your paid community. I do that too. So if you have a free and a paid, use the free, attract people to the free, but then remind them of your paid community. And if you're gonna do it like that, you need to tell them about the paid community every day. Every day, okay? Listen, you stepping into entrepreneurship, you're stepping into business ownership, it's every day. Anything that you're doing has to be every day. Otherwise, what is the point? You are literally wasting your time. Every single day, multiple times a day. Leave a comment down below. Let me know this video helped. This was my very first whiteboard video, so I hope I didn't get too confusing. Let me know it's something you're gonna try. I know that as I keep doing them, they'll get better. They'll be more organized, but yeah. Bye, you guys.